Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Sagittarius ascendant and the predictions for the month of November 2024. So during this month, the ascendant lord Jupiter is going to exchange places with Venus. Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Taurus, that is owned by Venus, and Venus will be in the sign of Sagittarius, that is owned by Jupiter. Since both the involved planets are benefic, you will get good results, especially if you are in a job. And the best time in November will be from the 5th of November to 13th of November. In fact, the first fortnight is very conducive for excelling in your workplace if you are a job seeker or a job doer. Now, sixth house indicates competition and loss of opposition being the seventh house. So, all those Sagittarius people who are very competitive in nature, they've got a very favorable planetary support, and chances of them overpowering the competition are going to be very high. And this is also going to be a very favorable time for people who are appearing for any kind of a competitive exams. But if you are involved in any kind of a litigation, then this is not a favorable month. And if you happen to involved in a hearing in the month of November, it is better to postpone it, otherwise the legal decision may go against you. Since this also indicates diseases and deaths, so senior citizens need to watch out for their health in the month of November. Mars is the lord of fifth house for you, and fifth house indicates education, speculation, and your kids. So, this Mars is going to be in a debilitated position in the eighth house. It means that you should avoid arguments, especially with the family members of your spouse. Seventh house indicates your spouse, and the eighth house is second from seventh, so it indicates the speech of your spouse, and your spouse will become very fiery in his or her speech in the month of November. Apart from this, the seventh house lord is also transitioning through the 12th house. So the probability is very high that you may get into some kind of a fight with your spouse or with her family members. So it is better to avoid all these kind of arguments in the month of November. This also means that people who are single will have to wait in order to get married, and they do not have any chance of getting married in the month of November. Since fifth house also indicates education, and Jupiter is a natural significator of education, so people who are students, they will find the first half of November to be very favorable. And as I said earlier, this exchange of first and sixth house lord would mean that students who are appearing for competitive exams will find the first fortnight to be very good, especially the time from 6th to 9th of November is very favorable for appearing for any kind of a competitive exams. If you're a speculator, then you should stay away from the market, because the lot of speculation is getting debilitated in the 8th house, and the other sign owned by Mars falls in the 12th house, which is aspected by three heavyweight planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Rahu. So the house of loss is also becoming extremely strong. Apart from this, Sun is also getting debilitated in the 11th house, pulling down the good significations of the 11th house. So if you happen to trade in the market, then there is a very high probability that you will be taken to cleaners in the stock market in the month of November. So it is better to stay away from the market in this month. Exchange of Jupiter and Venus would also mean that you will end up spending money on some religious work, but at the same time, since Venus is involved, you will also enjoy this and you may have some fun in the process. This is a good time to spend your money on partying, which unfortunately the Sagittarius ascendant people are not very high on, or buying a luxury item of your choice. So you may end up spending money on some garment or apparel, or on buying some luxury vehicle or any other items that you may have wanted to buy, or your spouse would have wanted to buy in your home from a long time. Since Taurus sign falls in the sixth house, Sagittarius ascendant people end up fighting with others over food or apparel throughout their life. You will need to look after your health on 16th and 17th of November, and you need to watch out for what you eat during these days. Jupiter in the month of November will remain retro, so you will also face shortage of cash in the month of November. As I said earlier, 16th and 17th of November is a time when you need to look for your health and you need to avoid overeating, and 20th and 21st of November is a time which is going to be mentally stressful. Since Venus is coming in your first house, it is the time to enjoy. Venus in the first house always gives some kind of a pleasure to people. So enjoy yourself in traveling, in eating food, have some fun in the month of November. So this is how the month is going to pan out for you. If you have liked my video, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching.